how many guys you know that can, like, you know, in their home gym, if I can try it 3 times, like, I can nail it. But you don't get to do that in competition. That's not how competition works. I don't care if you nailed it 10 times in training, but you get one shot right now.
Right.
Show me.
Could it be Noah Olsen, the only man to wear the leader jersey after day 1 at the CrossFit Games?
I think sometimes it takes the experiences like a competition or being at the games or Wodapalooza or something where there's a ton of that attention and you can feel the eyes on you to realize, wow, I have people watching, so I need to do and act and be a certain way that I want to portray something that's going to inspire people in the world. And sometimes when it's not all that going on and you're at home and you're on the couch and I come home from the gym and I'm just kind of by myself, you can almost forget that, hey, I do have this platform and I'm on this mission and it's not just me. And I think
Maybe it's the professor, Brent Fikowski, with his astonishing performance at Dubai against a stacked field of men.
I had that conversation sort of twice with Vellner once the games was done. And I think it was like right after when we were kind of all slapping 5 after the yoke carry. And I was like, Vellner, man, like one of us has to freaking catch him this year. You know, like we got to put on a show for these people. Like, yeah. We can be better. He's like, I know. I'm like, just like, we got to do it. Like, I want to do it. It needs to happen. One of us has to do it. Hopefully both of us. And then I think again, that night at the after party, we bumped into BKG and we all sort of talked about it. And it was like, go team, not Matt.
BKG anyone? Mr. Consistency himself with the most top 10 finishes ever.
More people in between me, Vellner, and Fraser, you know what I mean? So we need to steal more points. And at this point, that's the case.
Yeah.
But we, of course, want to just get better than him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the initial plan, and, you know, that's what we are working for. I don't want to be counting on other athletes just for me to win Fraser, you know what I mean? But he's just that good. Like, we have to be honest about it. I would be lying if I said, like, yeah, I can beat him on any given day. Of course I can't. Like, he will have to have a really bad day and I will have to have probably the best day of my life in order to beat him. Like, just facing the facts, I think. But he's awesome. Like, it's great to see and it's so impressive.
Or what about an OG like Rich Froning? Even now, out of his prime, he still boasts an undefeated team, never finishing outside the top 20 in the Open.
And that backing up.
Especially as a 22-year-old where your whole life is sports.
Yeah.
You've got to win a championship.
And, everybody asks, why are you so competitive? I was one of 32 first cousins, 25 of us are boys.
Wow.
So, it was just, and even the girls would beat us on a lot of stuff, because, all athletes.
Yeah.
And so, man, I hate losing in anything. And so for that to happen and be so public, like it could be just me and you and nobody else know, and I get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like it still drives me nuts to lose. And so to be
This was public
and just, a failure, it felt like a failure getting second. Everybody's like, oh, you got second, that's awesome. And I was not, and no part of me was happy about that. And so, yeah, for sure, it was like, all right, it lit a fire for the next couple of years.
What did you
Or maybe it's not even a male. Clair Toomey, a woman who shares the same training schedule as Matt, with the same coach, and was far more dominant at the games in 2019 than Matt was.
Well, if it wasn't for CrossFit, I would never have picked up on the weightlifting.
Okay.
And at the time, I was like, why not do both? Like, why would I not want to do both? Like, because what if one thing doesn't work out, or I have something else to fall back on? And also, you make up these goals in your mind that you kind of, as soon as you make those goals, you want to follow through with them. And that was something that, like, I was like, you know what? I don't know if there's other people out there doing the same thing, but I don't really care what other people are doing. That's something that I want to do. And so from that day on, I was like, I want to go to the CrossFit Games and the Olympics in the same.
All these athletes named are great contenders for the mighty Mat Fraser, but none of them have provided the same hard work pays off as this individual that I'm describing. This immortal athlete has yet to grace the competition floor, but once he does, I'm afraid that he's going to take first the minute he steps into Madison. This athlete I'm talking about is me, and it pains me to say this, but I am an absolute beast. Firstly, you must be sitting there like, for fuck's sake, Tyler, you've just clickbaited me into a video. I really wanted to know who Mat Fraser's biggest rival is. The answer to that question is himself. The only person who can defeat Matt is Matt. Come on, you just got to clone him. Let's be serious. Anyway, this video is the most egotistical, self-esteem boosting, brag bullshit talk-up video about myself. Why, you may ask? This is the highest form of douchebaggery. Yeah, I made that word up.
It's to talk about yourself so highly, I'm pretty much slapping myself in the cock yelling time repeatedly. I've challenged myself to talk about, well, me. Let's learn a bit more about where I came from. From Kippering, Australia, Tyler, Absolute Beast Hamilton, has been fairly underwhelming in the presence of the Down Under scene. Only competing at lower tier competitions and boasting that he has quote unquote bested Evan in competition because he injured himself and had to disqualify. With the closest thing he's ever had to a high level competition is professional spectating and living in Evan's shadow. While I got you, what do you think about Tyler's physique? Point out his insecurities now. Starting off with his training, Tyler has been a part of many programs. The Outlaw Way, Comp Train, Invictus, Misfit, Comp Train. He's been self-programmed, Comp Train. And finally, Cadets, which is a program that's run by Evan, or more well known as the Super Duper Elite Training Club. Tyler trains like an elite athlete, spending 6 days a week, 2 to 3 times a day in the gym, working on everything he's weak at. Rowing, warballs, running, skiing, assault bike, pretty much any cardio movement. When it comes to his go-to movements, deadlifts, thrusters, and devil's press are among his favorites. Let's talk about stats. Tyler's lifting stats according to CrossFit.com are a 210 kilo deadlift, 192.5 kilo back squat. He can clean and jerk 142.5 kilos on a good day, and his snatch has said to be around about 106 kilos, which he hasn't hit in about 2 years. His height says 170 centimeters, but we all know he's pushing 160. His open finish in Australia was 91st in 2019. Now you know a little bit more about his background and his athletical performance. Let's talk about nutrition. When we talk about Tyler's nutrition, one notable thing that comes to mind is his commitment to eating a whole food diet. Bragging about his streaks on MyFitnessPal because he's addicted and he thinks that everyone actually cares, Tyler's macros are religiously counted, tracked, and added to MyFitnessPal. His favorite food involves anything covered in peanut butter, including his famous peanut butter and rice. It's going to be a thing, trust me. You guys will catch on. Which is a Gordon Ramsay style dish. Where can you find Tyler? If you want to find me in person, CrossFit 505 is your best bet. Of course, at the moment, it's a little bit difficult. Tyler works as a coach at the gym and in regular times trains there most days. You can find him on YouTube, which I don't know if we're all on the same page, but you're actually watching my channel right now. So if you just click on any one of my other videos or even the channel thing here, you can find me. My videos have no consistency regarding the posts of the day, so smash that notification button so you'll never miss a release. By the way, your mum never missed a release when I Instagram. I post snippets of videos prior to release at my Instagram page at Tyler J. Hamilton. How original. But if you scroll back a few photos and videos, you will find old training videos of me. We all start somewhere. I also have an Instagram at Beginners to Beast, where I post daily workouts because I like programming. Finally, 3 things about Tyler you may not know. Number 1, I played AFL, short for Aussie Rules, for about 8 years. AFL is pretty much like soccer and rugby combined. You boot a ball, you catch a ball, you kick a goal. It involves a lot of running and cardio, which is probably my undoubtedly reason why I hate all those kind of movements. But anyway, till the age of 16, I was highly allergic to chlorine, making it impossible for me to swim in a pool, which explains why I'm so terrible at swimming. But it's a work in progress. Number 3, my first YouTube video was a Team Fortress 2 montage. It was terrible and super embarrassing, but just like anything in life, it's great to be uncomfortable.
What do you think of Tyler? Do you think he deserves the title Absolute Beast? Leave a comment down below. And as always, stay a beast.